Hello, welcome back to Beeba's Kitchen, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. I'd like to ask, if you have not subscribed, won't you please click on the subscription button, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click on the notification bell. Christmas is over, and I trust and hope that all of you had a good Christmas. I had baked turkey and ham for my Christmas dinner, and so I have turkey left over. And so today I'm going to make a casserole. It's a chicken Marsala casserole, but instead of using chicken, I'm going to use turkey. I don't know how it'll turn out, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to start by showing you a list of the ingredients that it takes to make this casserole, and then we're going to get this in the oven. So let's get started. You will need butter, olive oil, a small onion, garlic, mushrooms, flour, white cooking wine or Marsala wine, half and half, chicken broth, salt, pepper, brown rice, cooked chicken, chopped parsley, and Parmesan cheese. Okay, the first thing that I have to do, or that I've done, is I've got my oven preheating to 375 degrees. And I'm going to take my large cast iron skillet now. I'm going to melt my butter and my oil and saute my onions. And I'm cheating a little bit. I had a can of sliced mushrooms, and that's what I'm using. I didn't have any fresh ones on hand. My granddaughters and daughter-in-law are coming to have lunch with me, and so I didn't have time to run to town. So I'm just going to use those mushrooms that I have, and I think they'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to add my butter and my olive oil to my skillet and let this melt and get it ready to saute my onions. If I were using raw mushrooms, I would be doing that also at this point, but since I'm not, I'm only going to saute the onions to begin with. I don't know how good this will be, but I had some turkey left over and some ham, but I thought this may be kind of tasty and a good way to utilize part of that turkey that I have left over. We had such a good day on Christmas. I had 13, counting my great-grandbaby, that was here for lunch, and we had so much food. We couldn't fit it all on the table. I had to leave part of it on my island. Nobody left hungry, I don't think, that day. If they did, it wasn't any fault of mine. Okay, I'm going to saute my onions until they're tender, and then I will add my mushrooms to this. Now I have drained those mushrooms totally. It should take about 5 minutes or so for these onions to saute. Okay, and now I will add my mushrooms. Okay, and now I'm going to add the garlic. And I'll season this with some salt and pepper. Okay, and then I'll sprinkle the flour on top and stir this in. I'll let this cook for about 1 minute. All right, and now I will stir in the cream and the wine. You can use white wine, which is what I'm using because that's what I had on hand. And Marsala wine you can use. You want to stir this occasionally until it's slightly thickened, which will take about 3 minutes, is what the instruction says. It smells really good. Okay, and now I'm going to add my chicken broth to this. Okay, now I have to take a 9x13 casserole dish and I'm going to spray it with Pam. And I have to spread my rice, my brown rice, which is not cooked now, it's the raw rice, and spread it evenly into the bottom of my casserole dish. And now I will take, if you're using chicken, but I'm using turkey, remember that. And I'm going to spread my turkey over this rice. You want your chicken or turkey, whichever you're using, to be coarsely chopped. And you want to pack a 2-cup amount. I really hope this will be good. I won't know until I try it, and those of you that have been watching my videos know that I really enjoy trying new things, so we'll see. Okay, and now I will pour the gravy over my turkey and rice. My gravy would be darker had I used fresh mushrooms. But this was a spur of the moment idea, and like I said, I didn't have time to run to the grocery, so I hope it will be just as good. It probably won't be the same as it would be with fresh mushrooms, but I still think it'll be okay. I think it will be tasty. And you are to sprinkle fresh parsley, and this is another secret. I didn't have any parsley. So I have taken some spinach. There's no telling what this dish is going to wind up tasting like, but anyway, I guess it could be worse. But I chopped up some baby spinach that I had, and that's what I'm using. So hopefully it will taste okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to cover it nice and tight with some foil and put this in the oven that is preheated to 375. It will bake for about 45 minutes or until it's bubbly. And if my rice is not cooked at that point, I have to turn the oven up to 400 and bake it until the rice is fully cooked. Remember, brown rice takes longer to cook than white rice. So hopefully this will be done within an hour. And then I'll top it with my Parmesan cheese. So when I take it out of the oven, I will be back then and show you how it looks at that point. So I'll be back in about an hour. Okay, my casserole has been in the oven for 45 minutes. And so I'm going to test to see if the rice is done, because brown rice takes longer to cook than white rice. Yep. It's not done. So it tells me that if it's not done, to turn it up to 400 degrees and bake it until the rice is fully cooked. So I'm going to cover this back up and put it back in the oven for a little bit. In 15 more minutes, I'll take it out and I'll check the rice and see if it's done then. If it is, then I'll sprinkle it with my Parmesan cheese, pop it back in the oven for about 5 minutes, and then it will be ready to eat. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, it has been in the oven now for 15 more minutes, and so I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my Parmesan over this and pop it back in there to melt. My kids are here. They're ready to eat, as well as myself. I think I may be adding more cheese than what the recipe calls for, but it calls for 2 tablespoons. I definitely have added more, I think, than that, but that's okay because I like a lot of cheese. And since I've altered everything else about the recipe, why not change that too, huh? Okay, and then I'll pop this back in the oven for 5 minutes, and then I'll take it out and it will be ready to eat. Okay, my casserole was in the oven only for 3 minutes, but I also had it on 400. But that looks really good, and so I'm going to spoon some up and do a taste test for you. And I have made a cucumber tomato salad to go with this. Okay, and now for my taste test. I sure hope this is good. Here's to you, turkey Marsala casserole. It should be chicken. It's good. I got a real crunchy edge, but you take one more bite. That's good. And some salad. That turned out really good. It's a great way to use your turkey. Okay, My kids are here, they're hungry, they're ready to eat, and so I'm going to sign off with this. I'll post this recipe below in the description box. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. This is Be Boss saying, may the Lord bless and keep you and your family safe. And until we see each other again, you take care, but I'll see you real soon in another video. Bye.